Let's talk about the absolute unmitigated audacity of Tomas Navarro. Seriously, what on earth is going through this man's head right now? We need to have a very serious conversation about ego, delusion, and the sheer entitlement radiating from Bill Hamilton's junior law partner. When Bill recently pitched a massive, life-changing idea to his daughter, Naomi Hawthorne, to take over the reins of his prestigious law firm, Tomas was visibly upset. He was offended. He was outraged. But let me ask you this. Why in the world does Tomas think he is entitled to the throne of the Hamilton legal empire? Let's look at the facts. Bill Hamilton has been fighting for his life. He just survived a terrifying medical crisis, a pacemaker implantation, and let's not forget the sinister, slow burn poisoning plot orchestrated by his own wife, Haley Hamilton. Bill is physically deteriorating, and he knows he needs someone he can trust implicitly to protect his life's work and his family's legacy. Who else would he turn to but his own flesh and blood? Naomi is a brilliant, highly capable attorney in her own right. Bill trusting her to manage the firm isn't just nepotism. It's a strategic, bulletproof survival tactic. Yet, Tomas views this as a personal insult. He actually believes he is the rightful heir to Bill's legacy. This is where the delusion reaches astronomical levels. Tomas is a junior partner. Yes, he's talented, but he is incredibly greedy to assume that a family-owned legal empire would bypass the founder's highly qualified daughter just to stroke his ego. Tomas needs a harsh reality check. He does not own the firm. He did not build the firm. His ambition has completely blinded him to his actual position in the hierarchy. And let's not ignore how Tomas has been handling this perceived slight. Instead of proving his worth through hard work and loyalty, he has been actively undermining Naomi. Remember the incredibly tense settlement meeting with Mike Davis? Mike is a misogynistic, arrogant rival trying to destroy Bill with a malpractice lawsuit. When Mike openly mocked Naomi's authority, what did Tomas do? He didn't defend her. He didn't present a united front. He let his resentment dictate his professional behavior, forcing Bill to furiously reprimand him. Tomas is actively sabotaging the firm from within simply because he isn't the one wearing the crown. But why is Tomas acting out so aggressively? We have to look at the psychological root of his behavior. Tomas is a man whose ego has been systematically dismantled over the past few weeks. Let's rewind to his disastrous, highly public marriage proposal to Catherine "Cat" Richards. She rejected him in front of her entire family. Then, out of suffocating guilt, Cat impulsively bought a luxury condo for them to live in. Tomas, clinging to his outdated traditional views of masculinity, refused to be a kept man. He feels emasculated in his personal life. So he is desperately trying to assert dominance in his professional life. When he can't dominate Naomi at the law firm, what does he do? He runs, but he doesn't run to his girlfriend Kat for comfort. No, that would require vulnerability and healthy communication. Instead, he runs to Eva Thomas. Yes, you heard that right. Tomas Navarro seeks out Eva for help and emotional support. This is where his behavior crosses the line from professionally annoying to personally toxic. Let's unpack the sheer absurdity of this decision. Tomas running to Eva is the equivalent of throwing a live grenade into a room filled with gasoline. Kat and Eva have a legendary, bitter history of despising each other. They are half-sisters who have fought tooth and nail for their father Ted's affection and for their own places in this world. However, they just went through a massive, life-altering trauma together. Kat literally risked her own life to donate a piece of her liver to save Eva. They are finally, delicately, trying to mend their fractured sisterhood. By running to Eva with his relationship problems, Tomas is actively endangering this fragile peace. Why on earth would he go to the one person Kat has historically resented? It is a massive betrayal of Kat's trust. Tomas is making things infinitely more complicated than they need to be. What is Kat going to think when she finds out her boyfriend is seeking emotional refuge with the sister she just sacrificed her body for? It is the ultimate slap in the face. Now, let's talk about Eva. Will Eva have the patience to deal with Tomas's whining? She absolutely shouldn't. Eva is currently recovering from a massive organ transplant. She is battling severe body dysmorphia and insecurities regarding her jagged surgical scar, which has heavily impacted her intimacy with her boyfriend Isaiah Hawthorne. Eva has her own physical and psychological battles to fight. The last thing she needs is Tomas dumping his bruised ego and relationship drama onto her lap. Eva needs to teach Tomas a lesson he will never forget. She needs to shut him down immediately. If Eva entertains Tomas's complaints, she risks completely destroying her evolving relationship with Kat. Eva knows that Kat gave her the gift of life. If Eva allows Tomas to use her as a sounding board against Kat, she is proving every negative thing Kat ever thought about her. Eva must draw a firm boundary. She needs to tell Tomas to go back to his girlfriend and communicate like a grown man. If Tomas continues down this path, he is going to lose everything. Kat is not the type of woman to tolerate disrespect. If she finds out Tomas is running to another woman, especially Eva because his ego is bruised, she will drop him faster than she dropped that public proposal. Tomas thinks he is playing a smart game by seeking an ally, but he is actually digging his own grave. He is ruining Eva's relationship with Kat, and he is ruining his own relationship with Kat simultaneously. Meanwhile, back at the law firm, we have to deeply sympathize with Naomi Hawthorne. What is Naomi supposed to think about Bill's massive offer? We know she initially refused to take over the firm permanently. She has her own heavy burdens to carry. Naomi has been secretly agonizing over her BRCA-positive diagnosis. She is considering a preventative double mastectomy. She is dealing with her husband Jacob's severe PTSD and survivor's guilt following Derek Baldwin's tragic death. Naomi's plate is not just full, it is overflowing. But despite her reluctance, Naomi knows she cannot let her father return to his death. Bill's health is rapidly deteriorating. He is stumbling, suffering from tremors, and collapsing. Naomi loves her father too much to watch him work himself into an early grave. She knows she has to step up and take the reins. But stepping up means she has to deal with Tomas Navarro on a daily basis. Working with a subordinate who is actively dissatisfied, constantly hindering your progress, and deeply envious of your position is a nightmare. Naomi is trying to steer a massive legal ship through a storm, and Tomas is actively drilling holes in the hull. It is a terrible, toxic work environment. Naomi needs to establish absolute dominance. She cannot afford to play nice anymore. The solution here is simple, yet Tomas seems completely incapable of grasping it. Tomas needs to know his place. He needs to stop hindering Naomi and start supporting her. If he truly cares about the firm and about Bill, he would put his head down, work hard, and prove his value through dedication, not through temper tantrums and insubordination. He needs to stop envying things that do not belong to him. Tomas is at a critical crossroads. He can either let his greed and his bruised ego destroy his career and his relationship, or he can humble himself, do the work, and communicate honestly with the woman he claims to love. But knowing Tomas, he will likely choose the path of most resistance. He is playing a dangerous game with the Dupree and Hamilton women, and if he isn't careful, he is going to end up with no job, no firm, and no girlfriend. What do you guys think? Is Tomas justified in feeling overlooked at the law firm, or is he completely delusional? And how explosive will the fallout be when Kat inevitably discovers that Tomas has been running to Eva for comfort? Drop your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. Until next time, stay fabulous and keep watching Beyond Those Gates.